Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Michelle. I am a wife, a mom, and a pretend chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make some really delicious smoked Gouda topped shepherd's pie. Okay, so before we start this video, I just want to say I filmed this when I was still pregnant, so if you notice that I don't have a belly now, but I did then, that's why. But anyhow, this delicious recipe is super easy, super quick, super cheap. If you're interested in learning how to make it, then keep watching. All right, so to get started, you're going to need 1 pound of defrosted ground beef, 1.5 cups of mixed frozen veggies, 5 slices of smoked Gouda cheese, some Lipton's beefy onion soup mix, salt, pepper, and Tony's Creole seasoning, minced garlic, onion, 6 or 7 small potatoes, some heavy cream cheese, I prefer chive and onion, but whatever you like, and some spreadable butter or vegetable oil, whichever you prefer, a potato masher, knife, a spoon, a cutting board, a cast iron skillet, and beef broth. I actually forgot beef broth earlier, but do not forget it. You definitely need it for this recipe. Okay, so before we get to prepping our ingredients, we need to get the skillet heated up and ready for the veggies. So I'm setting the stove to medium-high heat, and I'm just going to leave it here for a few minutes while I chop up my onion. So we're just going to get that diced up really quick. And once you've done that, your skillet should be nice and hot and ready to go. So we're just going to throw about a tablespoon of the vegetable oil spread or butter, whichever you're using, into the skillet, followed by the diced onion. I'm also going to go ahead and add the minced garlic at this step. I'm using about 2 teaspoons. You can use more or less, but this equals out to be about 2 medium cloves of garlic. Now you can just go ahead and mix that up, and we're going to let it cook a bit until the onions are translucent. This typically takes about 3 minutes or so. Next thing we're going to do is add the frozen veggies to the onions and garlic. And once you get them in there, we'll just stir it together, let it simmer on low heat for a bit while we get our potatoes peeled and cubed. Just make sure you stir it occasionally so that it doesn't all start sticking to the skillet. And I'm also going to preheat my oven to 375 now, so it'll be ready to go. So here I have the 6 potatoes that I cut up and rinsed off. Here's the 7th potato. I ended up not using it because 6 was actually more than enough. And I added just enough water to cover the potatoes. Now you can season the water with some salt, garlic powder, and onion powder, or you can just use 2 teaspoons of minced garlic and a handful of diced onions, and we're just going to stir this up and let these potatoes boil for a good 15 minutes, or until they're easily split with a spoon. By the time you finish getting your potatoes all set up to boil, your vegetables should be all done, so we can just go ahead and take them out of the skillet, put them to the side for now. And now we're going to add the ground beef to the same skillet. No need to wipe it down or anything, just set the burner to medium-high heat, break it up with your spoon, and spread it across that skillet. Once the ground beef starts to let off a little bit of that fat, I'm just going to add about 3 teaspoons of the Creole seasoning. Just be careful here when you're doing this because it does have salt in it. Okay, so now that the ground beef is cooked all the way through, go ahead and drain off all that fat, and then we're just going to put it back into the skillet on medium-high heat with the veggies that you cooked. So just go ahead and stir that all up. And the next thing we're going to want to do is sprinkle that onion soup mix over the beef and veggies. Whatever you do, please do not skip this step. It really makes the recipe. Next, we'll add in 1 cup of the beef broth. I'm going to add it in 1/4 cup at a time just to make sure I like the consistency, and then just stir in between each 1/4 cup. And once you have all your beef broth in, just go ahead and give it one last stir. And we're going to put the burner on low heat while we tend to our potatoes. Yes, that looks perfect. Okay, so after the potatoes have been boiling for about 15 minutes or so, they should be ready to go. If you can split a piece of the potato with a spoon easily, then it's definitely ready to be drained. Like that. Okay, so now that we drained all the water off, you're going to put the potatoes into a bowl so we can mash them up. You can add in as much heavy cream as you'd like. The more you add, the creamier the consistency will be. I'm just going to go ahead and add in a little bit less than 3/4 cup. I'm also adding in 3 heaping tablespoons of vegetable oil spread, and then 1.5 heaping tablespoons of the cream cheese. Once you've added in all of those ingredients, you're just gonna mash the potatoes up. And I'm just going to whisk mine a little bit. I know some people like them lumpier, in which case you can just skip that step and jump right to the salt and pepper, which is to your liking, of course. Okay, so now we're ready to put it all together. So I'm just going to add my potatoes to the top of the beef mixture, 1 scoop at a time. And once I've got it all in there, I'm just going to spread it over the top evenly. And then for the topping, all you need is a simple fork. You're just going to rake it around the pan, just like that, in a spiraling motion, basically, until you get to the center. And then if you miss some spots, you can definitely go back through. It does not have to be perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to get my smoked Gouda slices, and I'm just breaking them up into smaller pieces so I can arrange them around my skillet. And honestly, this can be done in whatever pattern makes you happy. I just do mine kind of in a circle just because that's how I like it. Okay, so now we're just going to sprinkle some parsley on top. Fresh or dried, it's totally up to you. And now we're ready for the oven. So you want to bake your shepherd's pie for 25 minutes at 375 degrees. And once that timer goes off, don't get too hyped yet. It's way too hot to eat. Let it cool down for about 10 minutes or so, and then dig in. Oh, yes. The shepherd's pie was everything. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. For more delicious recipes, subscribe to my channel and leave me some recommendations on what I should make next. Also, I would love to hear about how your shepherd's pie came out, so feel free to tell me all about it in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next one.